A sensory or communication impairment is classified as problems with vision, hearing, balance, smell, taste, voice, speech, and language. Low vision and blindness is a category of sensory and communication impairment. Low vision is often characterized by partial sight. Loss of central vision, which may make it difficult for reading, recognizing faces, and distinguishing most details in the distance, is an aspect of low vision. Loss of peripheral vision is another aspect of low vision, where persons would not be able to distinguish anything to one or both sides, or anything directly above or below their eye level. Blurred vision, where things seem out of focus, is also an aspect of low vision. Glare light sensitivity is yet another aspect of low vision when standard light levels overwhelm a person's visual system. Night blindness, where it is difficult for a person to see at night or in low lit areas, is another factor. These are all examples that fall under the definition of low vision. On the other hand, total blindness is complete loss of sight. Persons who are totally blind has no form or perception of form or light. They are totally unable to see. To help you understand the categories of low vision and blindness, we will compare what each category sees. Normal vision or near normal vision simply means that you can comfortably see something approximately 20 feet away. Moderate low vision means that you have to be only 20 feet away from an object to see what normal vision people would see from 70 to 120 feet away. Moderate low vision can be corrected depending on the causes with corrective lenses. Severe low vision means that the smallest letter that you will be able to identify from the eye chart by standing 20 feet away from it, a normal vision person will be able to see that letter at 200 to 400 feet away from the chart. Profound low vision means at 20 feet you will be able to see what someone with normal sight can see at 500 to 1,000 feet away. Near total blindness means that you may be able to make out light, shapes, and forms. So you would have perception of light, perception of shapes, and perception of forms. But you may not be able to specifically identify things. Total blindness is complete vision loss. So you are unable to see anything at all.
So what are causes of low vision and blindness, you may ask? They are damages or disturbances to any part of the eye's optical, muscular, or nervous system. For example, there are many contributing factors to low vision but are not limited to as follows. Refractive errors. A problem with focusing light accurately on the retina due to the shape of the eye. The most common types are myopia, nearsightedness, hyperopia, farsightedness, presbyopia, loss of near vision with age, and astigmatism. Next is structural impairments such as glaucoma, a condition often but not always due to excessive pressure in the eyeball. The cause is unknown and if untreated can cause blindness. Cataracts, clouding the lenses of the eyes that affect color and distance vision. Strabismus, a condition in which the eyes are directed inwards, also known as crossed eyes, or outwards. And nystagmus, a condition in which there are rapid involuntary movements of the eyes which sometimes indicate a brain malfunction and or inner ear problems. Next, diabetes or diabetic retinopathy, found in 45% of people diagnosed with diabetes and is a condition that causes damages to the retina and can lead to total blindness if isn't treated. Cortical visual impairments are suspected damages to parts of the brain that interprets visual information. And macular degeneration. As its name indicates, In some people, the macula or center of the retina deteriorates with age. It impacts the ability to drive, recognize faces, read, and perform any fine detail work. It basically makes a blind spot right in front of your eyes, which can be devastating. Macular degeneration is a leading cause of blindness in people over the age of 50 and causes about half of low vision cases. Causes of blindness. Retinopathy of prematurity, or ROP, is a potentially blinding eye disorder that primarily affects premature infants weighing about 2 3/4 pounds or less that are born before 31 weeks of gestation. ROP occurs when abnormal blood vessels grow and spread throughout the retina, the tissue that lines the back of the eye. These abnormal blood vessels are fragile and can leak, scarring the retina and pulling it out of position. This causes a retinal detachment. Retinal detachment is the main cause of visual impairment and blindness in ROP. Next, heredity. Blindness can be genetic or inherited, which means that this problem can pass down to a child from parents through genes. Blindness can also be caused by accidents, whether vehicular, industrial, or through sports, if something hurts the eye. That is why it's important to protect your eyes during certain tasks. Lastly, domestic violence can also contribute to blindness caused by forced trauma to the eyes or brain. Prevention/special adaptations for persons with low vision. Firstly, functional vision. Teaching a child to use the vision that he or she has is important to determine what enhancements and adaptations may be helpful to maximize the visual potential of each student. Secondly, optical aids for low vision. Corrective lenses such as spectacles or contact lenses may be used depending on the recommendation and/or preferred choice. Small handheld telescopes, useful to see details in distance and close-up. Magnifiers, used to produce a magnified image of an object. Third, print reading. Approach magnification. Changes or lessens the distance from your eye to the visual target, increasing the image on the retina. Therefore, the distance to the eye is manipulated. Large print for less eye strains and clearer visibility. And lastly, classroom adaptations. Special lamps that offer focused and bright illumination. Desks with tilted tops for reading/writing at closer range so that they get a proper lighting. Off-white writing paper with a dull finish to reduce glare, and chairs with wheels to easily move around the classroom without having to get up or prevent accidents. Globally, 1 billion people have vision impairment that could have been prevented or has yet to be addressed. This means basically 1 in every 8 persons has a vision impairment. This includes moderate to severe distance vision impairment or blindness due to refractive error, cataract, glaucoma, corneal opacities, diabetic retinopathy, and trachoma, as well as near vision impairments caused by unaddressed presbyopia. In terms of regional differences, the prevalence of distance vision impairment in low and middle income regions is estimated to be 4 times higher than in high income regions. With regards to near vision, rates of unaddressed near vision impairments are estimated to be greater than 80% in Western, Eastern, and Central Sub-Saharan Africa, while comparative rates in higher income regions of North America, Australia, Western Europe, and of Asia Pacific are reported to be lower than 10%.
The National Eye Study of Trinidad and Tobago reported blindness prevalence of approximately 3,800 persons and moderate to severe visual impairment of approximately 27,000 people in Trinidad and Tobago. The major causes of blindness were reported to be glaucoma and cataract, followed by diabetic retinopathy. The major causes of moderate to severe visual impairment were uncorrected refractive error and cataract. Another study done in Trinidad and Tobago found that our eye care system is in desperate need of improvement, as they believe many persons in Trinidad and Tobago are yet to be diagnosed, as well as to receive treatment for low vision or blindness.
Education has come a long way from being exclusive to being inclusive and adaptive. Some of the ways education has evolved includes textbooks that are written in Braille in different languages, translation software for Braille for those who are unable to learn the Braille language fully, as well as transcription devices that translate text to speech and vice versa. A relatively new component within the education system is the use of a shadow teacher or aide. They help and guide students around classrooms and assist with lightening the load of teachers in larger class sizes and classrooms. Other inclusive actions include enlarged fonts, assistive technology in classes, inclusive of voiceover technology, where class material is digital and with the touch of a button, the voice reads the material word for word. These technologies are customizable to each student, as well as there is voice control for devices as well. Additionally, orientation of mobility services, where it makes moving around independently easier for those with low vision or visual impairment or blindness. In some schools, there are guide rails for those with low vision.
Strategies to cope. Strategies in education provided by the Student Support Services Division in Trinidad and Tobago. Assistance of student aides. For example, in my personal experience, I was assigned as a student aide for a low vision student. I would assist him mainly with note taking as he was unable to see anything written on the board. I would copy the notes written on the board in a much larger font size to a notepad. He would then put the notepad as close as he needed to his eyes and then copied to his copybook. To further aid in this process, the Student Support Services made suggestions for him to use a laptop to take his notes using VoiceOver, etc. Enrollment in the Blind Welfare Association. They assist in training students with low vision and blindness to use technology such as laptops and the JAWS program, Job Access with Speech. JAWS is a screen reader program for Microsoft Windows that allows the blind and visually impaired users to read the screen either with a text-to-speech output or by a refreshable Braille display. They also teach students how to use screen readers on touchscreen phones and tablets. The software reads aloud all the text on the screen, including navigation buttons. Android devices use an app called TalkBack. Apple iOS devices has a built-in software known as VoiceOver. The Blind Welfare Association also provides brailled textbooks or notes for blind students and or magnified textbooks or notes for the visually impaired students. Again, being an aide for a visually impaired student, I have had the opportunity to see these textbooks and their size is very large. Imagine an extra large notebook. Although the association provided these, it posed a great challenge to the student. He would have to leave home textbooks or leave some at school because of its weighting, and this caused him to sometimes not be able to complete homework. Personally, I have seen this and have had to work with him sometimes before school hours in order to complete his homework from the textbooks that he had to leave in school. The Student Support Services, along with the Blind Welfare Association, tries to source canes for blind students. Self-awareness is taught to the blind and visually impaired students, as well as their aides, parents, and teachers. The Student Support Services also prepare individualized educational plans or IEPs for these students, as well as conduct IEP meetings. Consultation is done with all stakeholders to ensure that a student's life at school is as normal as possible.
Hi guys, my name is Kemi Aibu, and if you don't know who I am by now, it's all good. I have school topic sensitivity. What that means is that reading is difficult, it's blurry sometimes, and I have a hard time concentrating. My comprehension skills with reading isn't great, as well as depth perception, so walking into doors is a normal thing. You stub your toe, you trip before you miss a step or two, you break glasses, you kind of misgauge how far, how close things are. How does this affect me in terms of driving? It's not bad, but I've been extra careful. I've been in a couple of accidents, but nothing major. It was just slow reaction time, slow perception, and not having a sense of how near or how far things are. So when I'm driving, I tend to drive larger vehicles so that my gauge is more accurate. I don't really like driving small cars because it makes it difficult to gauge where the front of the bumper is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate, I guess, how having school topic sensitivity has, I wouldn't say hindered, but helped my progress as a musician. I don't know if y'all can see, but I play with Neutral and Silver Stars. So I play pan, I play guitar, I play drums, I sing, I play piano, I play a bunch of different instruments, as well as I could watch someone play an instrument and then to play it. So I've done that with the quattro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how heightened my senses are in terms of my ears are the most heightened ones. I do have a heightened sense of smell, so I can smell perfumes very, very well. Perfumes and colognes, electrical wiring problems, that kind of thing. But I'm going to demonstrate to you how my ears work for me. Okay, so I have double second span setup. This is technically my main Silver Stars instrument, so I'm going to pick a song that I have not learned the melody for, and I'm going to show you guys how I learn stuff on the spot. And I think I could go with a song like Anita Baker, Sweet Love. That's in like 100 keys for the musicians in the class, and it's not a straightforward thing, so here we go.
All that you need, just trust.